Have you ever left a school meeting thinking, were we all talking about the same student? So why does this feel like we're seeing completely different things?
That's because every person at the table brings a different lens. Speaking of people at the table, we will be having some special guests with us today, both in person and on a virtual panel. With us at the table is Jack. Thanks, Jack, for joining us ladies today, and we look forward to hearing from the virtual parent panel as well.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here, ladies, and I really appreciate you inviting me to be a part of this discussion.
We are happy to have all of you with us today. And when we think of what families see, they see the child after school, during homework, and in the hard moments.
Plus, school staff see a very different side of the day than families do.
And an advocate often helps connect the dots so everyone can better understand the full picture.
Today we're talking about advocacy and how it can look different depending on who's experiencing the situation.
When people hear the word advocacy, they sometimes picture conflict or a big school meeting.
But advocacy often starts much earlier than that.
Sometimes it starts with the family noticing homework takes way too long.
Or a teacher noticing that a student understands the lesson but can't show it in the usual way.
Or a child coming home exhausted, frustrated, or starting to believe they just aren't good at school. From the family perspective, advocacy often starts with a gut feeling that something just isn't working.
For me, advocacy starts when I see how hard school is on my child once they get home. Maybe homework is taking forever, maybe frustration is building, or maybe my child is just starting to lose confidence.
That family perspective matters so much because families see parts of the story the school may not always see.
From the teacher perspective, advocacy can look like noticing patterns and asking deeper questions. Maybe a student can explain ideas verbally, but freezes when it's time to write. Maybe behavior is getting attention, but the real issue is frustration, anxiety, or a learning difference.
That's where teacher advocacy matters.
One of the best things we can teach students is that asking for help is not a weakness, it's a skill.
So Tina, where does the advocate perspective fit into all of this?
For me, advocacy is often helping bridge communication between home and school. Sometimes families know something isn't working, but they're not sure how to put it into words. Sometimes schools have important information, but families need help understanding it, and sometimes students' voice gets lost in the middle.
Sometimes advocacy sounds like I'm noticing my child is struggling. Can you help me understand what you're seeing at school? What supports can we put in place so my child can be successful?
Exactly. Advocacy isn't about winning a meeting. It's about bringing the conversation back to the student and asking, what does the student need to be successful?
Let's say a student is struggling with writing.
A teacher might say, I'm noticing strong ideas, but getting them onto paper is really hard.
A family might say, we're seeing the same thing at home. Homework that should take 10 minutes is taking 45.
And the advocate might help connect those dots and ask whether accommodations, instruction, or additional evaluations may be considered.
That's advocacy from multiple directions. Advocacy doesn't have to be loud to be powerful.
Sometimes it's a question. Sometimes it's an observation. Sometimes it's simply saying, this isn't working and we need to figure out why.
Sometimes advocacy is simply trusting what you're seeing and having the courage to say something.
Yes, because whether you're the student, the family, a school staff, or an advocate, your voice matters.
Better understanding leads to better support.
And better support leads to better outcomes for students.
And thanks for joining us for this episode of the Bridge Builder Project.
If this conversation resonated with you, we created a free resource called Advocacy Tips for Families.
It includes simple advocacy tips and helpful questions you can use before, during, and after meetings and school conversations.
Scan the QR code on the screen or visit Idea Advocacy or Bridging the Gaps Dyslexia Center to download your copy.